In tales of heroes, villains are meant to be the ultimate challenge, the embodiment of evil, chaos and destruction. But sometimes, a villain rises from the shadows who is more than just a mere antagonist. These aren't your everyday bad guys. No, these villains are unstoppable forces, capable of bending reality itself to their will, with the power to destroy worlds with a thought. They rewrite the rules of the game, leaving even the greatest heroes trembling. But even in the vast array of stories, these villains become too much, too powerful, so terrifyingly omnipotent they can't stay canon. Why? Because no plot, no hero could ever hope to defeat them. When the villain becomes the universe's greatest nightmare, even the story has no choice but to push them aside. These are the strongest shonen villains. But what if you were to face an ordinary, everyday person who got stuck in a fantasy world where something magical happened and suddenly he's gifted with powers that break all logic? Maybe it's god-tier magic that can vaporize armies. Whatever it is, he barely has to lift a finger to become the strongest person in the world. What if the average isekai protagonist fought the strongest shonen villain? Imagine being transported to another world, abandoned by your classmates, left to fend for yourself in a strange, dangerous land. That's the reality for Yogiri Takato, just your average high school student, or so it seems. After being left behind, Yogiri and his friend, Tomochika, set out on a journey to find their way back home. But in this new world, survival isn't guaranteed unless you have a weapon that no one can see coming. Yogiri's signature power: instant death. With a single thought, he can eliminate anyone or anything in his path. A power so absolute, it bans the very rules of life and death itself. But here's the twist. Despite the godlike ability, Yogiri can't achieve his one true goal: returning home. We learn that this power is just the surface of something far more terrifying. Yogiri is no ordinary human. Hidden beneath this facade is something darker, an eldritch horror that defies comprehension. A being that shouldn't exist in any world, yet here he is, walking among us. What is Yogiri, and why does an ancient terror take the form of a high school student? In this world, one thing's for sure: you don't want to be on the wrong side of his thoughts. For 90 years, his mind was adrift in darkness, and for 9 years, he regained the power that would make him unstoppable. But to open his eyes too soon would have been a disaster. The moment he does, Yhwach achieves his full strength, the Almighty. Yhwach doesn't just see the future, he sees every future, every possibility, every outcome, all at once. To him, the future is not a linear path. It's a vast web of endless possibilities. But that's not all. The true power of the Almighty isn't just foresight, it's control. No defense is enough, no countermeasure works. He can even rewrite his own death. Only Yhwach can wield this ultimate form of the Almighty, for even among the Quincy, there is no equal to the king. Yhwach sees more than just the future. He sees the bitter truth of the Soul King, a mindless, mutilated form, worshipped by those who know nothing of his suffering. Yhwach, equipped with the Almighty, can see every possible future and alter reality to suit his needs. This includes rewriting his own death and manipulate fate itself. Yogiri was born in a pretty isolated and unknown village hidden in the mountains, outside the reaches of any modern civilization. Ever since he was born, he already had power to automatically kill any threat to his life. Miss Fox referred to his ability as the power to make anything and everything disappear. The cult that ruled said village had the task of containing Lord Okakushi, the name given to Yogiri at the time, and to prevent it from making any contact with the outside world. At some point, however, the kid saw the people he loved dying right in front of his eyes. The boy couldn't take it and went berserk, losing its mind and killing all the village citizens and escaping into the forest. Imagine an ability so powerful, so absolute, that with just a single thought, one could end anything instantly. That's the terrifying power of Yogiri Takato. It's called instant death. Yogiri doesn't need to lift a finger. He doesn't need to swing a sword or chant an incantation. All he has to do is think. Sure, he might say something like die, but in reality, it's his thoughts that seal the fate of his targets, whether he says a word or not. If Yogiri wills it, you're finished. What's more insane is how his perception of death works. Take a door, for example. If its purpose is to block the way, Yogiri's power kills that purpose. And just like that, the door dies. It's not just living beings, even concepts fall before him, but it gets crazier. His power isn't bound by time, space, or even causality. Yogiri has taken down entities that exist beyond the fabric of reality, beings untouched by fate itself, and yet they all meet the same end. If you're thinking of attacking him, good luck. Yogiri's ability detects threats before they even happen. Your attack never had a chance. Magic? No. Fate? Forget it. Logic? Not even close. Yogiri's instant death is beyond all of that, limitless, automatic, and impossible to counter. The moment you enter his crosshairs, your fate is already sealed. It doesn't matter, not against him. Yogiri Takato doesn't just kill. With his ability half-death, he can selectively destroy parts of his target, an arm, a leg, even something as simple as sight or hearing. Once affected, there's no coming back. You can try to heal or regenerate, but once a part of you has been touched by Yogiri's power, it's gone forever. But what's even more scary, Yogiri can do more than just take away your body. He can take away your very existence. Immortal, not anymore. Regenerate, think again. Even death itself isn't safe, as Yogiri can erase entities for whom death doesn't even apply. Resurrection, regeneration, it's all meaningless. And it doesn't matter where you hide, even if you're an avatar. On another plane of existence, Yogiri can find your true form and end it with ease. Resistance and vulnerability, Yogiri shatters it all. There is no such thing as immunity when it comes to him. Even the most impenetrable defenses, those that neutralize magic, attacks, and status effects, are completely useless in front of his power. Even in death, you're not safe. Yogiri Takato's power doesn't just stop at the living. Ghosts, spirits, even souls, he can kill them all. Soul fragments, spiritual entities, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing for him. Yogiri's power reaches beyond the material world, but it gets stranger. Inanimate objects, nature itself, robots, none are immune. Wood, ice, machines, programs, he can kill them all. With a thought, Yogiri can kill your abilities, leaving you utterly powerless. But Yogiri doesn't even need to be in the same moment. He can kill you through time. Watch a video of him saying die, and that's exactly what happens. Even germs don't stand a chance. Disease can touch him. Any virus or bacteria that gets close to him simply perishes. And if you think that's all, think again. It can kill abstract concepts like gravity itself, stopping his fall mid-air. He can erase the very rules of existence, bending reality as easily as he bends fate. But what if I told you that even nothingness itself isn't safe? That Yogiri can end it, what doesn't even exist? Non-perceivable entities are also nothing compared to him. He's done it before. Beings that aren't even real or hypothetical, it doesn't matter. In Yogiri's world, there's no such thing as untouchable. His power even reaches beyond the story itself. Yogiri was implied to be capable of killing parts of the novel. Entire sections of the story could disappear if you willed it. Metafiction, it's just another layer for him to destroy. What's even more terrifying is that his power defies cause and effect, regardless of how broken you think you are, how much you transcend reality. Not even gods can sense when he's about to strike. There is no trace, no reason, just death. Even immortality is not above him. Yogiri targets the very source of eternal life, rendering it useless. Once you're in his thoughts, it's over. And speed, forget it. Yogiri doesn't even need to react. His defenses are automatic, faster than light, moving through time itself. Forget all about this. The moment the threat approaches, Yogiri's power retaliates instantly. He was born with this. Even as a baby, no harm could ever touch him. His ability automatically protects him from any manipulation of his past. Yogiri doesn't just detect killing intent. He can sense danger, even from sources unknown to him, even when it's unintentional. He sees the threat before it even becomes one. Not even those who hide in different dimensions, or those who are impossible to perceive are safe. Yogiri can find them, track them, and eliminate them. No one and nowhere can escape. On the other side, Yogiri Takato's instant death ability allows him to kill anything with a mere thought. whether it be a living entity, an immortal being, an abstract concept, or even non-existent phenomena. His ability operates beyond causality, meaning it doesn't follow the conventional laws of cause and effect. He can nullify immortality and instantly retaliate the initial exchange. Yojaba, with his Almighty activated, would immediately perceive all potential futures the moment Yogiri enters the battlefield. He would see countless versions of how the battle could play out, including the possible deaths. However, instead of being able to counter Yogiri's attack in a typical fashion, Yojaba would quickly realize something terrifying. He cannot detect a clear cause of his death. Yogiri's powers operate outside of causality, meaning even in the futures where Yojaba sees his own death, he wouldn't understand why it happened. Yojaba, realizing the unprecedented danger, would likely attempt to end the fight before Yogiri can use his instant death ability, using the future acausality. Yojaba would alter the future in a way that ensures he strikes first, setting traps and preemptively attacking Yogiri. However, Yogiri's automatic defenses would nullify any attack before it even reaches him. Whether Yojaba tries to use spiritual arrows, reality manipulation, Yogiri's ability would automatically retaliate and kill the threat without Yogiri needing it to consciously react. Yojaba might try to alter reality itself to avoid death, rewriting the future to dodge Yogiri's power, but this is where instant death shows its true dominance. Yogiri can kill abstract concepts such as time, space, or even the rules governing reality. If Yojaba tries to rewrite his death, erase the concept of Yojaba's survival, or kill his manipulation of reality altogether, Yogiri has killed beings who exist outside of the laws of time and space, meaning Yojaba's manipulation of the future would be meaningless against Yogiri's ability to kill beyond the limits of time. Even Yojaba's ability to rewrite his death, similar to how he nullified his defeat against Ichibei, would be negated. Yogiri is being shown to erase sources of immortality, whether they are physical or conceptual. Even if Yojaba tries to bring himself back after being killed, Yogiri's ability would ensure that Yojaba stays dead. So the winner is Yogiri Takato. If you liked this video, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel for more content similar to this. Also, if you haven't checked out the previous parts of this video, you can go on my channel and check it out. With that being said, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.